Are you not living out your passion? Why? And what is it going to take to get you back to that place in life? We're going to talk about that today on this video. And make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to give you 3 questions for homework to help you recognize where you are and where you need to get to, all in your mind. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey guys, Keith here from Healthier Point of View, healthierpointofview.com, where together we're helping you become the healthier person that you want to be. And so I asked the question, right? Why are so many people walking around living unfulfilled lives? Why are they so unsatisfied? And why are they just not happy? Well, quite honestly, I think it encompasses 2 thought processes, and stick with me because we're going to go over these now. So the first one, right, we grow up. We come up through life with this idea of who we are and what we want to become and what we really want to do and what we want to accomplish in life, right? And it's kind of, what it is it's the idea that I learned from Tony Robbins in one of his courses, is that it's called your life's blueprint. So your mind and your subconscious mind creates this idea. You bring yourself up through this idea and you believe this is who you're going to be. And so what happens, I think, with so many people is they find themselves not inside their life's blueprint. So in the mind, they're here, but in reality, they're over here, right? They're 50 miles away from where where they should be and what they should be living out. And quite honestly, 10 times out of 10, your life's blueprint is your gift. It's your calling. It's what you are. It's what makes you successful. It's what you're supposed to give back in life. It's what you're supposed to give back in society. And so many people are living outside of their life's blueprint, in misery, quite honestly. I heard one time Les Brown said people are more willing to live within a familiar hell than go out and get something that they truly love, simply for the fact that they're comfortable. So how do we reconcile what happened here? What happened to what our calling was, what our gift is, what our blueprint is, that got us away from that calling? What was that? And I believe, number one, it's a negative mindset. Flat out, it's a negative mindset. And it's what I like to look at and say, it's the pullback society, right? Pullback. So what do I mean by that? Well, we all grew up, in families, hopefully, with mothers and fathers or maybe guardians or grandfathers or aunts and uncles, but they were all elders to us, and they knew or they believed in a certain way, and that way would probably be best for you or me, whatever that situation was. And maybe that wasn't exactly what you were hoping that you would become. And so that's what I mean by the pullback. They're constantly well-intended. Don't get me wrong, this is a well-intended guardian that's pulling you, oh, maybe that's not the right thing, and there's a lot of risk in that, and be safe, and maybe that just wasn't who we were. I don't know about you, but I know when I was growing up, me and my buddies used to have these challenges on our bikes, right? And we'd go to the construction site, the local construction site, grab a couple of cinder blocks and see how many cinder blocks we could pile up and how big a piece of plywood we could grab and jump our bikes over, right? All the guys out there went, I know what that was like. And then how many times did mom come home and say, you better get rid of that, right? But we were living out our adventure side. And that's, I think, what we lose. We lose the adventure side because we've been taught to pull back. And instead of going after the things we really love, we then find ourselves being cautious and negative and thinking, well, it probably isn't going to work out anyway. And so then we get ourselves into what we call it's a fixed mindset, where I'm familiar. I get up every Monday morning and go to work. I work all day, I go home, I have dinner, I go to bed. And we do this, and it's comfortable because we know we're making a salary, we know we have benefits, and we know we can have a retirement. And that may be what you want to do, and that's fine. And I'm not saying this isn't for everybody. It could not be what you want to do. Maybe you're exactly where you are and what you want to be doing. But how many of us are seeking so much more? And we believe that we were going to be so much more. And that's really the whole mindset of the pullback, where we were taught our whole lives to be cautious. to be scared. We don't need to be. That's not what this is about. We need to be living out our dreams and our aspirations because that's what we were given to be. That's the innate gift, right? Even the scriptures teach us. Even the New Testament says, all gifts were given to men. All men receive gifts and abilities and talents. We need to be living that out. I think that's one of the biggest issues in society today, is that people aren't living out who they're supposed to be. They're living out a comfortable mindset. So, with that in mind, we know we have a blueprint. We know what we love to do and what we aspire to do. Well, why aren't we doing it? Secondly, how do we get back to it? How do we get back over to what we're supposed to be? Well, the first thing, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And I want to say this right from the heart, guys, right from the heart. It's none of your business what anyone else thinks of you. And I mean that with sincerity, because it's your gift, it's your dream, it's your passion, and for some reason you got away from it. And you need to get that back. So don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the folks that want to tell you, it may not be the best. You need to go after what you believe in so that you could be satisfied and be fulfilled in your life. I'm just saying, it's yours. Go out and get it. Now, I also would like to say this. You are the only person holding you back. It's nobody else. Now, one thing about this is when you allow other people to dictate who you are, you release the responsibility to them. You release the accountability over to them. And now when everything goes wrong, you have somebody to blame. Look, if you would stop giving them that role and putting that on them and taking it back for yourself, now it's on you. You got to believe in who you are. Take full 100% responsibility for who you are. Take accountability to it. Don't allow yourself to live in a life of mediocrity because you don't believe in yourself. It's you. You're the only person that's holding you back. So really start believing in yourself. Start having a positive mindset. Start have a thought process of production. How can you get back to what you really want to be? Living that dream, living out that goal. Because I guarantee you, that's a fulfilled life. There's not a paycheck out there that will provide that. I don't care how much money you make. If you're not doing what you love to do, you're not fulfilling that passion, you're not gaining anything from it but money. And again, the love of money and that's all you got is inanimate. It's inanimate. There's nothing there for you. So, I said that there will be 3 questions that I want you guys to think about this week because these 3 questions are so important. Write them down, write out your answers, and think about it. Really, really process these questions. And so, the first question is quite simple. What is your passion? What do you desire to do? What do you tell yourself, man, if I could just do this, I would love getting up in the morning. I would love going to work. I would just love life. What is that? Number 1, what is that? And we'll build on this next week, but what is that now? What is that passion? And secondly, what made you stop believing you could do it? Really sit down and think about that. What made you stop believing you could do what you're really passionate about? That's the big question. I mean, that makes me take pause. What is it that made you stop believing in who you were? And number 3, what's it going to take? What's it going to take for you to get back to your passion? What is it going to take? What kind of work? Because look, I'm not promising you a get-rich-quick scheme. This is going to take some time, and this is going to take some processes, and this is going to take some reevaluation of your life. But what is it going to take to get you back on track inside your blueprint, living out your dreams and living out your goals? What's that going to take? What's it going to take? So those are the 3 questions that I have for you, right? What is your passion? And what made you stop believing in it? And number 3, what's it going to take to get you back on track, back inside that blueprint? And finally, guys, I can't say this enough. Believe in yourself. Guys, we're going to believe in yourself. You were given an opportunity. You were given an ability and a gift. You were given a dream. It's yours. Go out and get it. And believe in yourself. Guys, I'm doing it. I've said this 100 times if I've not said it once. I'm doing it. I'm setting the example. I'm creating a healthier point of view. I'm getting out of the rut that I was in. I'm doing something that I love to do. I'm teaching. I'm passionate. I want you to have a better life. And if I could be a part of that, then that's what's fulfilling. Guys, until next week, take care and have a healthier point of view.